Hey there, welcome to my office, welcome to my whiteboard. I want to go quite deep right now. I want to talk about something that many female entrepreneurs avoid talking about. And I don't know why, right? We need to talk about this. This is an issue that a lot of us kind of feel like we're focusing on and kind of talk around, but we don't actually talk about this core issue that's actually one of the most important things that you need to know as a female entrepreneur. I want to have a talk about that right now. I want to talk about money. Right? I want to have an adult conversation because you and I are in this to build businesses. And businesses means we're profitable concerns and doing what you love but making profit, right? Having a lifestyle, doing what you love but making profit. Otherwise, this is just a hobby, right? You're not into that, right? We're going to build a business together. So we need to talk about money, and I want to have a real adult conversation about the number one question you need to know as a female entrepreneur before you take a step further. I want to kind of simplify all the money conversations out there, and I want to ask you one question. What do you need to earn as a female entrepreneur? Take a moment, write it down. What is the number that you need to earn as a female entrepreneur? And sure, we might all have dreams around, 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure kind of business. What do you need to generate as a female entrepreneur? What is that kind of price point where the pressure on you is released, where the stress is removed and where the worry is gone from a financial point of view? What does that number look like to you? And I want you to put a monthly number together. Right? It might be $20,000 a month. And as an adult, let's think about that in a real world scenario. If you were to earn $20,000 a month in a job, $240,000 salary, right? $250,000 salary minus your expenses. So it'd probably be the equivalent of somewhere between 150 and 180, depending on your profit margins. If you're a coach, consultant, that kind of a business. But what's that number to you? I like to call this number your freedom metric. Because this number, once we hit it, is where freedom comes into play. This is and everyone's freedom metric is different. Some people are like, you know what, with what's going on in my life and my family, I need to be making 10 grand a month. That's my freedom metric. And I need to get you from where you are right now to hitting that number ASAP. And I don't mind how far you go with that number. Your freedom metric might be $50,000, but your cost of livings would have to be pretty high for that to happen, or your expenses within the business would be pretty high for that to occur. I'm not talking about how much you want to earn, I'm talking about how much you need to earn, so that everything over that is cream and enjoyable and lifestyle focused. But this number is going to be your freedom metric. What's yours? Write it down. Because the second part of this is, okay, how do we get from where you are right now to hitting that freedom metric ASAP, right? Whether it's 20 grand a month, 10 grand a month, whatever your freedom metric is, we need to hit that ASAP. And here's another thing that a lot of female entrepreneurs I find try and avoid in their business. It's time for you and I to start having human conversations with humans that need you. If we go and I find female entrepreneurs do this quite a bit, and I totally get it and I respect why they're doing it, where we go straight from wanting to start a business to wanting to automate it to the point where we remove the human completely from the business. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you build an online course and you set up a funnel so that you never have to talk to another human, and you hope they move through a beautiful funnel and never have to speak to you again, but just trust you implicitly and hand over their credit card. You've got to be a pretty darn good marketer to do that, removing the human element. The girls in my community that are having the best successes and that are earning the most money are the ones that are having amazing human-to-human conversations with their prospects in what I like to call consults, right? They're not afraid to pick up the phone. They're not afraid to have a chat. They take the pressure off themselves and they just start talking to their ideal target market. Now, I get why a lot of business owners want to remove these consults from their schedule or from their kind of workflow in their business. I get it. You want to kind of make sure that you're not giving away heaps of stuff for free in your business, and I have some really great strategies around that I'm going to be sharing with you in coming days. How to do these consults in an incredible way so that you make incredible money from them. But I'm aware that consults have that manual element, and I get it. A lot of people want to automate and streamline, and I love it that you want to automate and streamline. But if there is only one thing you need to do in your business, it's this. Right? Doing consults as a coach, consultant, or professional services business until you hit that $1 million mark, this is where you truly start to hit that freedom metric. Because the really exciting thing is that in high consults, you and I get to sell really high priced stuff. Most of my girls in my community selling on consults, you definitely need to be selling something over $2,000, and many of them are selling things at the $7,000 mark, $10,000 mark. Amazing programs in these human face-to-face online, they're in kind of a Skype environment, human-to-human consults. Now, when it comes to what you sell in these, there's a whole range of different things you could do. If you're a professional services business, obviously sell your services, your done-for-you services. You might be selling masterminds, you might be selling group coaching programs, you might be selling private retreats or getaways where you're working through people, through a genius zone with people in the room. There's all sorts of different programs. You could be selling high-end recurring memberships or things like that. So there's plenty of options there when you're selling in a consult. But you know the really exciting thing? When you have a consult, and this is the power of it, and this is why my girls hit the freedom metric so much more when they spend time on consults, or so much quicker when they spend time on consults, is that on a consult, you can sell something literally that is $10,000. The problem is that so many female entrepreneurs are trying to do these online programs and create really low price products, hoping that that becomes easier to sell. And they might create something that's perhaps $37, right, for a little online mini course or something along those lines. And the theory in that is great, but have a look at how quickly you're going to be hitting your freedom metric, the point when money becomes no longer an issue to you, where the stress is removed and where you're able to actually live and enjoy the business and your lifestyle. Have a look at how much harder it is selling this compared to this to get to that freedom metric. If your freedom metric is $20,000 a month, guess how many of these you've got to sell? Two successful consults selling $10,000 to two amazing, beautiful, high-value prospects that you can have a huge impact on. Guess how many of these you have to sell? From memory, 540-ish, give or take. Give or take a few flipping hundred, right? 540 of these or two of these. Which one do you think is easier to sell? The myth when it comes to building businesses is that this is just so easy to sell that the money trickles in. The problem is, you've still got to have someone learn to like you, know you, and trust themselves to be able to do that. You've still got to have someone trust you enough to get out a credit card and give you that number. You've still got to have someone get to that level of commitment that they're ready to spend cash with you. The same thing applies with this one here. It's just at a higher price point. So you'll be surprised at how incredibly easy it is to sell two $10,000 products or four $5,000 products compared to selling 540 of our low price products. Can you see the power of that? So I want to encourage you when it comes to building your business model and hitting this freedom metric ASAP, because I just need the stress removed from you. I need to start having you enjoy your lifestyle and enjoy your business. And I want to hit this freedom metric as quickly as possible. To do that, consults, selling high ticket items is the number one way that I've seen my girls have the fastest, quickest success and more sustainable success they actually end up enjoying. I really want to encourage you at this point too, to not be afraid of having these human conversations. I get it that we want to try and remove the human touch and that these can sometimes feel intimidating or scary, but getting on the phone and being a real human and selling these high ticket items can actually end up being fun, right? And it's the only way we can actually build a sustainable business to get to your freedom metric fast. The thing with these consults is that we've got to recognize that you're talking to people that have a problem. And because you're awesome at your genius zone, you've got a solution to that problem. And when they've got a problem and you've got a solution, it doesn't have to be a sleazy, slimy sales pitch. We don't have to be stressed about getting on the phone and having human conversations with people. We're just marrying up to a perfect match with someone that's got a problem and your awesome solution that you've got to solve it. So I don't want you to freak out about consults. I'm going to show you a way that we do these where you almost have people, A, you have people thanking you for offering them this opportunity, and B, you have people asking to do business with you. Very exciting opportunities available there. So in coming videos, I'm going to be sharing more with you about this consult model and exactly how it is that I structure all of this to sell high ticket items. But I hope you're starting to see already in your business that a freedom metric for you is possible, needs to be considered. And being an adult in business, we need to know what that number is, right? So know your freedom metric and let's get started. I'm going to send you through a video in the next few days. Let's get excited about selling high ticket items in consults because baby, this is your way to the freedom metric fast. Can't wait to share more with you really soon. Thanks for watching.